Anyway, thank you, sir. I'll start. I'm starting. Okay, good morning, dear students. Good morning. Today we are going to. Okay, can anyone please tell me the page number till where I have taught you the previous class, that is on Saturday. Can anyone tell me? Good morning, all of you. Can you please quickly tell me where I should begin from? Where I should begin from? Can you quickly tell me from which page? Is it 76? I shall start from, or I shall start from 75. Um, I think 75 I've finished. Uh, 76 onwards I should start, I think. Parimal, Parimal, you are saying from 75 I have to start, right? Okay, let me start from 75 then. Okay. Okay, so dear students, you see here. Now, what happened? Let me tell you. Yes. Now, Wanda Petronsky Peggy, uh, Wanda Petronsky has gone, taken leave of the school, left the school in fact, and shifted to a city, a bigger town. So when school was dismissed in the afternoon, and then her father also wrote a letter to Miss Mason, the class teacher, right? He has described the reason as to why Wanda Petrosky has left the school, right? So we have come to know in our previous class the reason also as to why Wanda Petrosky has left the school, because her father has stated everything in the letter, right? Her father has stated everything in the letter. So that is how we come to know uh, how why Wanda Petronsky has sort of gone from the school, left the school. Now Maggie and Peggy. Now Maggie and Maddie and Peggy would love to go to Buggins Height. Okay. Let's see what is happening here after that. When school was dismissed in the afternoon, Peggy said with pretended casualties, "Hey, let's go and see if that kid has left the town or not." Okay, so now they would like to sort of express their uh, appreciation, first of all to Wanda for winning the drawing and coloring competition, and secondly they would like to apologize to her indirectly, of course for making fun of her, right? So that is why Maggie and Peggy decided to visit Wanda Petronsky's house, that is located on Boggins Heights, right? Okay, now let's see what happens. So Peggy had the same idea. Maggie glowed. Peggy was really all right. The two girls hurried out of the building, up the street towards Boggins Heights, the part of town that wore such a forbidding air on this kind of a November afternoon, drizzly, damp, and dismal. "Well, at least," said Peggy gruffly, "I never did call her a foreigner or make fun of her name. I never thought she had the sense to know we were making fun of her anyway. I thought she was too dumb. And gee, look how she can grow." Right. Now there's a conversation you can see between Maddie and Peggy, and Peggy says, like, "I never did call her a foreigner. I never call or made fun of her name. And then she is saying she never thought she that is Wanda would have the sense enough to mind their pranks and all that. So uh, because Wanda Petransky was so silent in nature, she used to hardly interact with other children of her age in the class. Therefore, they thought that might be she will take it very casually, she will not mind. But as I told you the other day, we should understand that every one of us has self-respect. Every one of the child, everyone, be it small, be it big, be it kid, everyone has self-respect. Okay, everyone has ego. Everyone has sort of you know esteem, okay, self-esteem, what we call. So that is why we should not hurt people. Okay, and there are many ways people project themselves. Okay, some of them may be very silent, but inside they might be feeling bad, and some of them might be very much reactive, like when you say something, or if their heart ego gets hurt, in that case also they immediately react. So there are different types of personalities also. So Wanda Petransky was a very calm and cool and composed kind of a personality. She did not react immediately, of course, but as she was calm and composed by appearance, she did not react immediately. But of course, she also has, like others, self-esteem, self-respect. Okay, and he look how she can draw, and now they are surprised that she could draw such a beautiful manner. Mary could say nothing. All she hoped was that they would find Wanda. Mary was silent when Peggy interacted all this or said all this uh, to her. She wanted to tell her that they were sorry they had picked on her. Okay, and how wonderful the whole school thought she was. So, what was the plan? Okay, uh, what was the plan of Maddie? Maddie's plan was to tell one Petransky at all they happened to meet her that they were sorry for picking on her, and that the whole school thought Wanda Petransky was very good because she has won the drawing and coloring competition, not to move away, and everybody would be nice, and henceforth everybody would be nice in their behavior towards Wanda Petransky. So this is what Maddie thought she would sort of say to Wanda Petransky if at all they meet Wanda Petransky. She and Peggy would fight anybody who was not nice. The two girls hurried on, and then also she resolved to promise her or assure her that she and Peggy would certainly fight anybody who was not nice to Wanda Petransky, right? The two girls hurried on. They hoped to get to the top of the hill before dark. I think that's where the Petronskis live, said Maddie, pointing to a little white house, wisp of old grass stuck up here and there along the pathway, like thin kittens. The house and its sparse little yard looked shabby but clean. It reminded Maddie of Wanda's one dress, her faded blue cotton dress, shabby but clean. So this is the general description of the house first, and how um, how the house and its sparse little yard looked as shabby as the shabby dress of Wanda Petronsky. So by seeing the house and its sparse little yard, Mehdi was reminded of Wanda Petronsky's shabby but clean dress. Okay, her faded blue cotton dress. It was shabby, there is dirty, but uh, you know, it might be a little bit dirty, but she could manage it. Okay, well, there was not a sign of life about the house. There was nobody in the house. There was nobody in the house. Peggy knocked firmly on the door, but there was no answer. She and Maddie went around to the backyard, knocked there. Still, there was no answer. Okay, so answer. So, uh, children, can you please text me the reason as to why there was no answer from Wanda Petronsky's house? It's a very simple question, right? But still, you write. Let me see how you write it. Tell me. Tell me. My question is when Peggy and Maggie went to Wanda Patronsky's house. Did they find her? How do you know it? Tell me. And first of all, you tell me where does Wanda Patronsky live? This is the first question you write. Nandini says because she has left for, okay, left to, not left to Nandini, it should be left for a big city, because we don't know which city she has migrated. So Nandini, we shall say because she had or because she has left for a big city, left for a big city, right? Okay, now tell me where does Wanda Patronsky live? Where does Wanda Patronsky live? This one you tell me now. Where does Wanda Patronsky live? Let me see whether you know the answer. Where does Wanda Patronsky live? Uh, Anusha says no, they did not find her at home because she left for a big city. Very good. So, yes, Nandini says Boggins Hills. Boggins Heights, actually, right? Not hills, it's Boggins Heights. Of course, it's hilly place, but you write Boggins Heights, B capital. I think H is also capital, right? Okay. See, Nandini has written all the rest of them writing the same thing. You write something different now from what Nandini has written. See, Boggins Hill, whatever she has written, others have also written. But is it really Boggins Hill? Let me find out. See here. Control F. What is this? What is this? Tell me. Boggins Heights. Isn't it Boggins Heights? So this is what I don't like. If someone has made a mistake, you should not also make a mistake. Okay, you should correct her or him, or even if you don't correct him or her, you can write just the correct one. But all of you have written the same thing. See, Boggins Heights is the name of a place. The initials should be always capital. Do not copy others. Okay, be your own self, because I know who is copying, who is not copying, right? Um, so those one who will answer first, one who will answer first is the one who knows the answer. Okay, if you think if you think it's difficult for you to write Boggins Heights, you write just BH. I'll understand. You can write in abbreviated forms. You can write in contracted forms also, dear students. Okay, you write in you write in phrases, but it should be quick. Okay, it should be very quick. So see, if I say, see, this is of course a closed-ended question, right? You know the meaning of closed-ended question, dear students? Closed-ended questions are those questions which have a specific answer. For example, if I say the capital city of India, so you've got to say it's New Delhi. So New Delhi is the you know is the answer for every child. So I cannot say that one has copied the other, right? One has copied the other. Likewise, Boggins Heights is also a closed-ended answer. The answer will, for everybody will be Boggins Heights, right? But my question was, if Nandini has written Boggins Hills, why the rest of you are writing Boggins Hills? You could have written Boggins Heights also, no? Right? So that is why, and that is how I could understand that you are copying the same answer. Please do not copy the same answer. Okay, write in shorts. If you think it's a difficult thing for you to type, you just write BH, finished. That much though I think you can type. Today's children are so smart, they go for swipe typing. Okay, they do not type like this only. Okay, they will type. There is a feature you might be knowing nowadays on all Android phones. Okay, swipe typing. So you can do that to save time, but you have to know where the alphabets are located. Each and every alphabets are located in the keyboard. You've got to know, otherwise it will be difficult for you. Anyway, so let's continue. Now my next question is uh, okay. Let me see whether you know it. Okay. Okay. Tell me. Uh, how do you know? How do we know for sure that Wanda Petronsky has left Boggins Heights? How do you know for sure? See, now they have gone to Boggins Heights. There was no response from the house. It means they are not there. But we are not confirmed that they have left Boggins Heights. They might have gone somewhere in the neighborhood also, right? So how do you know in the story? How do you know in the story that Wanda Petronsky, along with her parents and siblings, her brothers, have already left Boggins Heights? How do you know it? Tell me. How do you know for certainty? How do you know for sure that Wanda Petronsky has left the town? Tell me the answer. Tell me very quickly, how do we know for sure or certainly? This is what you have to tell me. How do you know certainly that Wanda Petronsky has left the house? Right, text me quickly. It's also very simple. I am waiting for your answer. Nandini says because her father has sent a letter to the class teacher where it was mentioned that they had left for a big city, right? Because Wanda's father wrote a letter which described that they had left. Okay, very good. So Nandini and Anusri are absolutely correct. We come to know that Wanda Petronsky has left Boggins Heights because her father had written a letter addressed to Miss Mason, okay, her class teacher, that Wanda Petronsky has left. In fact, the Petronsky family has shifted to a big town where they will not discriminate, where they will not make fun of the unusual names like that of Wanda Petronsky. Very good, Nandini and Anusri. Now let's go ahead. Okay, now let's go ahead, dear students. Okay, so next is there was no doubt about it. The Petronskis were gone. How could they ever make amends? How could they ever make amends? Okay, what is the meaning of make amends, dear students? How can they make up? Make amends means what, dear students? Suppose in PT1 you have scored, for example, scored low marks in English. Okay, then you have to think how to score high marks in PT2, right? So you can say, I have scored very low marks in English in PT1. How can I make amends in PT2? How can I make amends in PT2? It means how can I make up in PT2? Okay, understood? Here is a to show that one is sorry by doing something good. Okay, there is make amends. Okay, here there make amends means make up, and here also there is a little bit of difference, of course, but it is they are synonymous in meaning actually. Okay, make amends means make up. सपोज आपने कुछ गलत किया है तो आप सोच रहे हो कि उसको कैसे हम नेक्स्ट टाइम कैसे अच्छा करें तो वो मेकअप हो जाए ना तो इसको बोलते हैं मेक amends, right? So, dear students, along with the story, we've got to also focus on improving our language skills. That is why what you do is you make a note of all these okay, vocabulary, phrases, idioms, and single word as well, and try to try to use them in your sentence, in your writing, as you know that nowadays writing a blog has become a fashion, in the sense that there is a lot of scope, and you can even earn money in future by writing blogs. Okay, you've got to have a very good content, you've got to have unique contents, you've got to have such contents in your blog, which are rarely available on internet. Then there will be a lot of traffic on your blog, on your website, right? And then you can earn money also, because there are many instances in India also, where a student of 14 years or 15 years, is earning a lot of money by writing blogs, beautiful blogs. It can be a tag blogs, it can be uh, uh, a political blog, it can be an economic blog. Okay, it can be a sports blog, you can write about sports also. So there may be diverse topics, dear students, and writing industry is very 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 rich, right? So why not you start writing from now onwards? Okay, you start writing, you write on a particular topic. Suppose in the recently concluded Olympic Games, India has won several medals, even to the extent of gold medal, right? So you write your experience, write your reaction about India winning gold medal, okay, silver medal, bronze medal. So there are so many medals India has won. So you've got to you write on that. Okay, to start with, you can write on any topic. Okay, irrespective of whether it is your topic of expertise or not. Gradually you start filtering your topic. Suppose you are good at fashion designing, you have interest in fashion designing. Okay, you have interest in interior designing. Then for example, you have interest in technology. So write the review of different gadgets. Okay, make podcast on gadgets, or make YouTube videos on gadgets. So there are so many ways nowadays, dear students. You are so fortunate, you are born at such a time when there are lot of opportunities to showcase your talent, right? To ventilate your feelings. Okay, and get noticed, right? YouTube is a very good platform. Then a podcast is a very good platform. You can make podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music. You can make podcast on Google Podcast. There are so many ways you can make podcast and distribute to different podcast platforms, like as I mentioned. Okay, so you start doing something of this stuff. Okay, your communication skill will also improve on the one hand. On the other hand, your language, your vocabulary, and your kind of visibility will also improve. People will start recognizing you, people will like you. So please start doing that. It is not a loss of time. Okay, it is not a loss of time. um, so what I was saying, along with the plot, dear students, you've got to also focus on improving your language. So make amends. I've explained you. You can take a note of similar words and phrases from each and every lesson on your English notebook. See, dear students, when it comes to English syllabus, you know that term one, term two has been divided. Thereby, in each term you have very few lessons only. Then why not you spare some time in improving your language skill also? Write one page. Okay, write one page on your make a blog and keep writing one page every day. Keep sharing with your teachers. Okay, keep sharing with your friends. Okay, this is how you can write like portfolio page also. You can update by writing some topics, like you can write on Olympic medals and all that. You can write on artificial intelligence. You can write on the upcoming Independence Day, which is going to be the 75th Independence Day, and which is very remarkable because it has been 75 years since India has achieved freedom from the British administration. So it's going to be a unique celebration this year, right? So you've got to, make a research on that. Why is this Independence Day celebration going to be unique, right? Make a write up on that on your blog page, on your portfolio page, right? So do something out of the box, because you have plenty of time to do something out of the box in language paper, not only in English, in Hindi also, because your syllabus has almost got over, and your term one is in the month of November. Okay, it can be in the first week of November, so you have plenty of time. You revise your syllabus. On the other hand, you explore some other avenues in the form of making podcast, or writing a blog, or writing a web page, designing a web page, and such other things, because you have almost completed your syllabus of like languages, so you must have finished almost. So when it comes to language schedule in your timetable, reading your language schedule in your timetable, you can do such things, right? Okay, next you see, dear students, they turned slowly and made their way back down the hill. Well, anyway, said Peggy, she is gone now, so what can we do? Besides, when I was asking her about all her dresses, she probably was getting good ideas for her drawings. She might not even have won the contest otherwise. Mary turned this idea carefully over in her head, for if there were anything in it, she would not have to feel so badly. But that night she could not get to sleep. She thought about Wanda and her faded blue dress and the little house she had lived in. And she thought of the glowing picture those 100 dresses made, all lined up in the classroom. At last, Mary sat up in bed and pressed her forehead tight in her hands, and really thought this was the hardest thing she had ever done. After a long, long time, she reached an important conclusion. What is the important conclusion she has reached? She was never going to stand by and say nothing again. Okay, so you see, now that Maddie's wish of meeting Wanda Petronsky met with watery graves, or ended up in smoke. Now what will happen? Now Maddie will resolve that she is not going to keep quiet or stay silent. Next time, if anyone makes fun of somebody else in her classroom, she will certainly protest. So this is what probably she is going to make a promise about. Let's see. She was never going to stand by and say nothing again. See, this is one of the promises. If she ever heard anybody picking on someone because they were funny looking, or because they had strange names, she would speak up. She would certainly speak up. Okay, and picking on somebody means treating someone unkindly, unfairly, criticizing them. So, dear students, you've got another new word here, another new phrase, in fact, here, another just a minute. Another new phrase here, that is pick on someone. Pick on someone. So pick on. Sorry. Uh, pick on someone is another new phrase that we have got today. Pick on someone. Right. Okay. Then you see, this is what Maddie has resolved now. What she's going to do, she would speak up. Okay, she would speak up if she ever heard anybody picking on somebody else because they were funny looking, or because they had strange name. Even if it meant losing Peggy's friendship, even if it is at the cost of Peggy's friendship, she will certainly speak up. She had no way of making things right with Wanda, but from now on, see, but from now on means from now onwards, she would never make anybody else that unhappy again. So that is her resolve, right? That is her resolve. See, what are Maddie's thoughts as they go to Boggin's heights? Okay, these are important questions. What excuses does Peggy think of for her behavior? Why? So you write the answers of these questions, and show me. post on the Google Classroom. You see how, don't copy from anywhere. Whatever comes to your mind, you write. That is how you can improve your writing skill. Okay, if you write from my copy from my blog, that will not improve your writing skill, right? Because you are just copying. Do not copy. Read the content from my blog and then write in your own words. Okay, read the textbook, read my blog or my website, and then write these answers in your own words. That is how you can pick up the language, you can enhance your writing skill, right? And every Saturday, if required, 2 days from now onwards, from next from not this week, next week, or might be this week also, we'll start Zoom meeting also, so that we can interact with one another. This is very much important, dear students, very important, because otherwise your speaking skills, I think, have already uh, gone down, because there is no one-to-one interaction with teacher. Okay. Anyway, we'll try to revive this, and we shall keep the practice going, especially on Fridays and Saturdays, because our syllabus is over, so we can experiment 2 days in a week with live interaction, right? Now it's a voice is to kind of text interaction, right? But now onwards we shall have voice to voice interaction. Okay, voice to voice interaction. Okay. Thank you, dear students. Now let's another this page, let me finish, dear students, and then I shall wind up for the day, right? Okay, so on Saturday, Maddie spent the afternoon with Peggy. They were writing a letter to Wanda Petronsky. It was just a friendly letter telling about the contest and telling Wanda she had won. So when, on Saturday, what happened? Maddie and Peggy were, spent the afternoon together discussing something or the other. They were writing a letter to Wanda Petronsky. It was just a friendly letter telling about the contest and telling one that she had won. Okay, she had won the drawing and coloring competition. They told her, how pretty her drawings were, and they asked her if she liked where she was living and if she liked her new teacher. They had meant to say they were sorry, but it ended up with their just writing a friendly letter, the kind they would have written to any good friend, and they signed it with lots of X for love. They mailed the letter to Boggins Heights, writing, "Please forward on the envelope." Okay, because they don't know the address of the new place where one of Petrosky has shifted with her parents. That is why they have written the address on the envelope, Boggins Heights, so that the postman forwards it to the place where one of Petrosky has shifted with her parents. Right? Uh, Shifted with her parents. Okay. Now you see, days passed and there was no answer, but the letter did not come back, so maybe Wanda had received it. Perhaps she was so hurt and angry, she was not going to answer. This is what they are thinking. You could not blame her. Weeks went by and still Wanda did not answer. Peggy had begun to forget the whole business, and Mary put herself to sleep at night, making speeches about Wanda. Mary was more sympathetic than Peggy. Mary was more empathetic than Peggy. That is why Mary did not forget. Wanda patrons is so very early. Okay, right? So that is why every night Peggy's thought came to her mind. Mary put herself to sleep at night, making speeches about Wanda, defending her from great crowds of girls who were trying to tease her with. How many dresses have you got? And before Wanda could press her lips together in a tight line, the way she did before answering, Mary would cry out, "Stop!" Then everybody would feel ashamed the way she used to feel. Now it was Christmas time and there was snow on the ground. Christmas bells and a small tree decorated the classroom. On the last day of school before the holidays, the teacher showed the class a letter she had received that morning. So another letter, it seems, has come from Wanda Petronsky's end. Okay, so we shall find out what this letter is all about in our next class, dear students. It's going to be the last lesson, last class for us from this lesson, right? In the meantime, whatever part we have finished, dear students, whatever part we have finished, whatever pages we have finished, and whatever questions are there on the textbook, based on whatever we have finished so far, please do write it in your on your English notebook, right? Keep updating your English notebook. Thank you so much. We shall meet tomorrow once again, right? So till then, take care and have a nice day. Thank you so much, dear students. Bye bye.